There's people inside. Look at the lights. Yeah. They're turning off and on the lights to show you there's people inside. She told me, the woman told me they're on the 12th floor. Ooh, people are dropping.
No, that's not people, man. That's just debris.
No, wallah, I saw people in the window, bro. Look, I think 3 floors down, there's shadow. Someone's flashing their lights. But they tell, the woman was saying they can't get out.
Sorry,
I will do if I can, yeah.
Can you send...
I'll call you.
Actually...
On a warm summer night, a hellish tragedy was unfolding. A fire in a West London tower block with 24 floors, 120 flats, up to 600 people.
She needs help up there! She needs help up there! She needs help!
Many found themselves trapped by the flames and the smoke which had spread with such devastating speed. They begged for help however they could.
There's people inside. Look at the lights. Yeah. They're turning off and on the lights to show you there's people inside. She told me, the woman told me they're on the 12th floor.
The building peeled and melted. Burning debris crashed to the ground. Eyewitnesses watched on in horror.
We saw people looking out the window screaming help, help, flashing their lights and everything. And now all those windows, people are gone. Literally gone.
I heard something, I looked up and I could see someone coming out the window. Next moment, they're on the floor, flat.
Fire crews tried to control the situation, their officers rushing in with extraordinary bravery. And several hundred people did manage to escape, to reach safety, to breathe again. But as dawn broke, fears were being realised.
As you will appreciate, this is a completely unprecedented fire. In my 29 years in the London Fire Brigade, I have never seen a fire of this nature.
Tragically, I can confirm that at least 6 people have died. From the London Ambulance Service, there are currently 74 people that have been treated at hospital, of which 20 are receiving critical care.
In daylight, it looked like a war zone. No one here has seen anything quite like this before. Last night, people so desperate, they threw babies from windows.
A lady appeared at the window, gesturing, body language, from what she was saying, I'm about to throw my baby, please catch the baby. And the baby, I think, was wrapped in some sort of bed sheet blanket, and she threw the baby as the baby came down. And this was about approximately from the 9th or 10th floor. A member of the public, a gentleman, ran forward and miraculously grabbed the baby. It was harrowing, torturing screams for help, young kids, and I could also, where the fire was now spreading, people were reaching out from the front window trying to grasp a bit of fresh air, trying to breathe. They looked like they were struggling.
I saw like 3-4-year-old looking children banging on windows. There was, you know, men, women screaming for help. I mean, when the fire hit its main bad boy, there was actually a man screaming, and then all of a sudden the screaming just stopped.
One third-floor resident escaped with his mum and sister. Others weren't so lucky.
So a guy, he lost his wife in the stairs, you know, he couldn't even go back to save her. So I saw a guy, his feet was bleeding, his wife was missing as well.
It's too soon to tell the human cost of this catastrophe, to know the fate of those who pleaded for help, who had been told to stay put and wait, whose screams drowned out the sirens. It's still too dangerous for firefighters to reach the top of the block, so we know there will be more bad news in the days to come. Tessa Chapman, 5 News, West London.
Yeah, there was smoke everywhere, literally everywhere. There was people downstairs, there was bits of the block, the cladding falling off the block, that was on fire. People screaming after a couple of minutes, because obviously people were still sleeping on the higher floors, so they didn't have a clue what was going on. I'm not even sure if half of them got out, to be honest with you. There was kids at the window, there was people flashing their phone lights for help, but the fire brigade couldn't get upstairs.
Survival. They are still stuck. They are still stuck inside. The fire is still there. What the hell are you going that way for? Come on. Why can't you go to the fire? We got one here. The man is still stuck. The man is still stuck. The man is still stuck. He's still there. The man is still stuck. He's scratching his head.
What floor you on, mate? What floor you on? Alright, everyone needs to stop. Stop.
The man is still stuck.
Yeah, he needs to hear it, innit? We need to know what floor you on? Huh? 7, yeah?
7.
11 or 7? 7 or 11?
Man is on the 7th floor. 7th. Over the comment down. 7th. He's saying help me. He's saying help me. can't get out. Man is still there. He's asking for help. The fire brigade is having a lovely chat and a little break. Very lovely down here. Yeah, he's having a chat. Now we're going to go back to the job.
Sadly, I can confirm that there are now 12 people that have died that we know of. This is going to be a long and complex recovery operation, and I do anticipate that the number of fatalities will sadly increase beyond those 12. And the thoughts of all of us from the emergency services, and I'm sure colleagues from the local authority and local council and all of Londoners, our thoughts will be with those that have been so affected by what is, as you heard here, a fire of a scale and a precedence that we've probably not seen in London for many years. I've said before, and I'd reiterate again, from a police perspective, what's really important is that we identify and account for everybody. We've had call handlers in our casualty bureau taking hundreds of calls today. Now, our experience shows us in cases like this, it's very challenging to put a number on how many people are unaccounted for. Our priority is clearly those that we know would have been resident within Grenfell Tower, but indeed there might have been others that were staying with family or friends. So if you do have any concerns, please contact the Casualty Bureau. If you've been reported missing, or if you reported somebody missing and they're now found safe and well, again, I'd reiterate, please contact the Casualty Bureau so we know that that person is safe and well. Thank you very much to all of the community around here for their patience. This is going to be a long operation, as I said a moment ago. Not just today, not just tonight, as we make sure that the fire is completely put out, but then the recovery operation from the tower itself. It will be vitally important as we work closely with the coroner that we locate, identify all those who have tragically died within this truly shocking fire. There are a number of reception centres that have been set up locally. There are a lot of people that have been truly affected by this fire. And I would request to you, the media, please bear that in mind with reporting of some of the imagery that I know has already gone out on social media. And at that point, I'd like to hand over to Paul from the London Ambulance Service, who can give some further details on casualties.
Good afternoon. I can confirm that as a result of the major incident here at Grenfell Tower, we have treated and taken to hospital 68 patients from the scene. Those patients have been taken to 6 hospitals across London, and 18 of those patients are currently receiving critical care. We are also aware of a further 10 patients that have presented themselves to hospitals across London. Our thoughts are clearly with everyone involved in this terrible tragedy and their friends and family at this time.